AITA for disagreeing when my wife claims I should always support her public irrational behavior because that is my duty as husband. Yesterday I, 30M, my wife, 29F, and her sister, 28F, met in another city for evening drinks, non-alcoholic, and her sister chose the venue. She claimed it was her favorite bar. We didn't care where we went. We park and walk to the bar, all three of us. When we get there, she jokingly tells us that is not her favorite bar because her favorite one is closed on Sunday, but this one is her next favorite one. Evening goes by fine. During our walk back to the car, my wife initiates a heated argument with her sister based on the fact that her sister lied to us about the venue and about, frankly, how dare she lie to us that she changed the venue and didn't tell us directly. Even though she or I did not care even in the slightest before her sister told us she changed it. During their argument, her sister starts mocking her behavior for starting a fight over nothing and starts making jokes at her arguments. I say nothing during this and only smile, partly at the jokes and partly at the absurdity of the situation. During the heat of their argument, when her sister threw another punchline, my wife notices me smiling and goes silent, physically separates from us and tells us to go away and walk separately from her because she needs time to herself. We get to the car and her sister tries to reconcile the situation and calmly and diplomatically show her there was absolutely nothing to fight over. My wife hears nothing of it and just shuts the car door. During our private fight over this, her arguments boil down to this. My smiling during their argument means that I side with her sister, or as she put it, the enemy if she has a public argument. I only have the right to have two reactions. I either say nothing and gesticulate nothing, or I defend her. She claims that even if she is completely irrational in public, my duty as husband is to support her regardless of any other context. Otherwise, that makes us look divided, and it looks like airing one's laundry in public. She claims we should always show a united front to outside people. My arguments boil down to this. If I act irrationally, or am in the wrong, in public or private, I expect her before anyone else to hold me accountable and correct me if my irrationality is challenged in public. I realize my mistake and express this. How do we as a couple look worse than if I persisted in my illogical behavior to the bitter end, even though we were united in said irrationality? External opinions about our relationship and how it looks do not matter to me. Being united in public but divided in private makes no sense to me. On principle, I cannot condone or support irrational behavior simply because she is my wife. I believe no one's mistakes are above criticism, and one's role, husband, wife, etc., does not dictate if they have the right to speak or think for themselves. She wants to hear none of it and persists in believing I am a traitor to her for siding with the enemy. AITA?